Out here at our intergalactic space station, we've been hit with exceedingly dangerous amounts of gamma rays. And it's changed the way we do things around here. I'd like to introduce the digital Prototype 3 Other Planet fiberglass skateboard deck.
Just gotta move around, because I've seen pictures of it, or there's pictures up, but
this,
the video is really where you get it.
is really what does it justice.
Yeah.
So what we've got going on here is 3 plies of Baltic birch, which have been meticulously sanded and feathered out towards the edges.
Yeah.
So it's thickest in the center and thin out towards the edges.
Yeah, and the concept of this, so you're familiar with the fact that the more concave a board has, the stiffer it is.
Right.
And here, see, we've got the concave we like on the top, but I was like, well, how can I get more concave and shape into it without sacrificing the feel that we've already established that we like? And basically the idea is we're actually adding concave on the bottom.
So we've introduced more surface contours to the bottom so that the fiberglass lays on top of that surface and creates more stiffness and more, you know, flex characteristics.
Yeah. So this whole thing, so since it's bowed like this and it's bowed like this, it's actually very bowl shaped. So it's and it's
without interrupting the foot platform.
And that makes it very, very strong.
It has the right foot pattern that we're familiar with, but it introduces and utilizes and exploits the material that is fiberglass. And obviously we've gone to an extreme by introducing wheel wells.
Yeah, so let's talk about these wheel wells, because bring it out in the light a little bit. Because these wheel wells aren't just it's not just wood and fiberglass here. The wheel wells are special because we tapered them off. You can see it's got this fat thing here, this fat area here. It's actually, I built up a transition on this side, on the outside with cork. So it's actually got a cork core inside this tapered edge around the well here. And so that makes these, here, you can press them. I can't do it. But yeah, they're super strong. It's ridiculous how strong these wells are.
Because it's not an interruption of the deck surface, it's an integration.
So these wheel wells and this neck here are actually the stronger part of the deck. It'll flex on either side of them, but it will not flex here. So it's very strong there, and that's a very good...
Yeah, considering we've cut away this amount of material to accommodate the wheels to actually articulate through the deck. So we've actually found a way to cut away a bunch of material without actually compromising the integrity of the deck surface. So if there's one thing that I can say is that it's an awesome application of fiberglass, but there is some drawbacks of having, you know, these interrupted surfaces to catch your feet on and also, you know, put your feet in awkward positions. But there is an advantage in having something to push your foot against and also wedge your feet in.
Yeah, it's so nice to get your foot in there and just twist it and lock it.
It's like having bindings without, you know, actually having bindings.
Yeah. Well, the first one, the second prototype, I think it was too aggressive because I actually got my foot caught in that a couple times and I tripped.
So this is a much better...
For my feet. I think your feet were smaller.
Whoa.
I'm thinking about the grip. I like to say, you know, it looks like we did it to be fancy, but it was actually because we only wanted to use about 10 inches of grip instead of a whole thing, and we didn't want to, we were just being cheap as much as anything.
But it definitely turned into like digital smallpox.
Yes. So we're gonna try to get riding footage really soon of this board.
Right. Of course, everything we build, we like to test.
Yes. And
so,
this whole thing, it looks pretty, but that was just because it was just a compilation of all these ideas. It's all about the riding.
Exactly. We build things to ultimately test. There's models that we have to generate for things to make sure that it's possible, and also understand the limitations and the benefits, and also come up with methodologies and processes to be able to utilize these different materials and ideas. But ultimately, it's so that we can generate a usable product, something that we can take out, test, and ride and use.
Yes.
So that we can gain information about the benefits and drawbacks of using new or untested technology.
Yeah. I know people are kind of like wigged out about, you know, these wheel wells and like the shape, and they don't quite get it, and they think, okay, that's cool fiberglass work, you know. But no, it's not. They only think that because they haven't seen it being ridden yet. So
stay tuned to see all this wacky junk in action. So this has been an awesome prototype, and probably one of the coolest deck projects that we've involved ourselves in.
So it's Other Planet, facebook.com/longboard technology.
Check it out and see all the other cool stuff that we're making.
Yeah.
Cool. Over and out.